Okay, I'm so mad right now. That's why it's coming to the surface. I put my phone on silent and a robo-caller called through and disrupted our reading. And every time our reading is disrupted this way, people don't watch the second reading. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. So what is the message to that? A robo-caller. This isn't even a regular person. This is just junk. This is advertising. This is, they don't even have a real person attached to this. So whatever's annoying you right now, is robotic. It's not even real. It's an illusion. You may be going about your life like a robot. You may be like I heard that in my higher self. They call the machine and he comes to work for them. If somebody calls you a machine, you're not treating yourself with respect, and neither is anybody else. A robo-caller. When I saw that, I thought it was a friend of mine because his Facebook page is called Robo Stratner, Rob, right? If that's a message to anybody else, robo-caller. And then I thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, right? The Terminator. The Terminator. The Terminator. So the Terminator, he's like a robotic cop, right? He's a robotic cop. Oh, I'm getting such messages here. So if you've got the word honor and they're asking you to care for your soul within you by practicing extreme self-care, and then you're interrupted by robo-cop, this is a message that Spirit gave us. So this is a big muscular person who's policing you. This is a big muscular person who it's a different nationality, so they speak with an accent. In dreams, and when somebody, they speak a different language than you, so you're not on the same page, right? That was annoying to me. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from RoboCop. I don't want anything to do with RoboCop. He annoys me. He disrupts my spiritual flow. He's muscular. He's aggressive. He's a bully. He's a bully. So you need to honor yourself. If you're dealing with somebody like that, honor the divinity within you and practice extreme self-care because of something like that in your life that's going on that's not okay. Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to get yourself the hell out of there. I don't care if he's a cop. He's a bully. So I know a lot of cops that are drug addicts and alcoholics, and they're abusive, and they're controlling, and their families are completely fucked up because of them, because of their life. They don't have any natural affection. They never did. Every single one of their kids are cops, and they're all fucked up. Every single one of them. Now, that doesn't mean that all police officers are... Now, notice the difference between RoboCop and a police officer. It's an honorable profession. They help us. They care for us. They protect us, right? I'm talking about RoboCop, the big muscular bully who has treated his family with disrespect and abuses his position of authority. Okay, there's a message to all of this. Now, there could be somebody in your life that's acting like this. Somebody that's policing you, who's pushing you around, who's interfering, who's butting in, who's not letting you speak, who's interrupting your spiritual flow, your zen, taking away your moments of peace. Eradicate that from your life. Honor yourself and allow yourself to be respected. This person wants to take it to the next level. Somebody wants to take it to the next level. Now, what different ways can this apply? Gosh, I can't handle the cobwebs. So if you want to take it to the next level, somebody may want to fight with you, right? Somebody might be aggressive. Somebody might be pushy. They want to take it to the next level. So you're gonna honor yourself. You're gonna be like, nope, sorry, I'm not gonna let you ruffle my feathers. I'm going to disengage. I'm going to cut cords, and that's gonna go up in smoke with my lighter, right? I'm going to burn that. I'm going to burn that bridge. That bridge gets burned. That's what needs to happen with your lighter. Now, if somebody wants to take it to the next level in a positive way, let them come and speak to you honorably. Let them come from a place of honor. This is about practicing extreme self-care. So if this is somewhere that you don't feel safe, that you don't feel cared for, loved, respected, it's not going to go to the next level. You honor yourself first. It could be that there is somebody that wants to honor you and care for you. They want to take it to the next level. They are wanting to practice extreme care with you, or Spirit is telling you this person needs to be handled with extreme care. That's another message. This person might be angry, this person might be really hurt, this person might be confused. Whatever this situation is, you need to handle it with extreme care if you want to take it to the next level. Think about everything that's going on about taking it to the next level and what is required for you in order for this to happen. Oof, it's hot and bothered right now. So that might be it. Somebody's hot and bothered, they want to take it to the next level, and I say, woohoo, yum, 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 right? I like. Maybe somebody wants to carry you. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're burnt out, they know it, and they're you know what? I want to come and I want to be your rescuer. And you know what? We all need people to lean on now and again. Doesn't mean that we're not self-sufficient. Sometimes we're just really tired and somebody wants to come in and help us. So that's a nice thing. Don't ever be too proud to allow that to happen. Okay, the next message, which is going from this end, is the ratchet, right? Like I think it's called a ratchet. Isn't it? I know it's not called a wrench. It's called, isn't this what you put tires on and off with? You can tell that I'm absolutely not mechanically inclined. I think it's a ratchet. Let's read what it says. USA, made in the USA, what I'm hearing, craftsman. Ooh, I like that, a craftsman. So you're a tool. Somebody's a tool, or are they a craftsman? We want to be a craftsman. Okay, now this deck is going to be fun. Rhythm. Okay, right then, the music started playing. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. It's about compromise. So get into the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. There's 3 here. Now, I'm sorry, but the first thing that came to mind is a three-party situation. I don't like that energy. I don't want to be in the middle. The song, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I don't want to be in the middle of 2 other people, thanks. Right? The wheel's moving forward and it's saying, I'm going this way. These 2 can hang out here, but no thanks, because I've been watching this a lot in my dreams. 3 ways, people in groups, situations, and look at the goddess energy. This is my goddess wand right here. And look, she's on fire, but it looks like she's broken as well. Naked, open, vulnerable, exposed. This one's leaving. That's what I'm noticing here. One is opting out of this situation. So a third-party situation doesn't have to be group sex. It doesn't have to be one person cheating on another. It doesn't have to be an open relationship. It can be. It can also represent family, friends, and work. Something has come in between. This one's looking that direction. This one's having fun. This one's lost their head. And I think about that because we spoke about the Queen of Swords and we spoke about the King of Swords. And when the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords comes forward, it's about cutting. It's words that are cutting. It's about cutting ties. It's about mental clarity and truth when they come forward. It's about that. So this one's lost their head. Off with their head, says the Queen. So which queen in your life is saying off with their head? Who's lost your head? Whose head's up in the clouds? Spirit needs you to get into the rhythm, right? This is the only one that seems to be having any fun. She's happy, right? This one's like completely disengaged. Doesn't want anything to do with the situation. Or is annoyed. Just found out that there's a 3-party situation I don't want to be involved in. This also, if we want to put this in a real positive light, which I do, this is about celebration. And friends coming together and celebrating. This one's jumping for joy. That's why her head's out of the screen. This one's got a Native American drum that she's holding. They may be going to do a sacred dance. Look at the flames. This could be a ceremony. Right here, I see a guide. Maybe this is a watchman. This is somebody protecting. Rhythm and flow is what I'm hearing. Rhythm and flow. Moving in harmony. In order to move in harmony, you have to be in rhythm, right? You've got to be on the same energetic wavelength. your vibration, right? You're not going to be vibrating with people that are not on the same vibration. You're not going to be vibing with people that have a different flow, that have a different interest. You're not moving in harmony unless you're vibrating on the same frequency, right? So this could be a celebration of friends coming together, the importance of coming together with like-minded ones. They're underneath the moon. So I'm going to cover all subjects because I have to. There's a face in that moon, but there's also a couple dancing in that moon, and there's also someone holding a baby in that moon. There's many different things that come into in that moon. There's also I see a female with a ponytail with their lips like this. Could be a male, long hair, lips pursed. And the moon represents a Pisces. It's the moon is their card. It also represents secrets. So there may be secrets that have to be told. This may be a secret that has to come out. It's going to come out. That's what's going to come out, actually. Maybe it's a third-party situation. Maybe it is that someone cheated on somebody. Maybe it is that friends got in the way and caused a problem. Maybe it is that there's been gossip, and I listened to that and I lost my head. I felt open, exposed, and naked, and I was under fire, and I took off. Whatever the situation is, I was dealing with my shadow side, the darkness. I was, who knows what this could be. There's a lot of dark energy in this that I'm looking at that I don't really want to pull up for a weekly reading. We've had a lot of that lately, but there are people that practice witchcraft and sorcery and magic spells, and they come together. And there's binding spells that are keeping people locked in. There are people that literally have to take oaths to belong to a group, and it has a lot to do with, you would be shocked at the supposedly high-end or families, elite families, or professions that are a part of this, like the Masons. I mean, whatever it is, you have to take an oath. And the things that go on, it's a promise that you have to keep, not to divulge. And Spirit's already talked to us about not being honor bound to keep oaths that were given when you didn't understand things, or when something comes to light and it's absolutely wrong, and it's that you are not to keep that oath. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this person in this cape, this hood, and there's darkness that I'm seeing here. So there's positive energy and there's dark energy here, and it just depends on your particular circumstance what this message means for you. Because this is definitely a native drum that she's holding in my mind, and they're celebrating underneath the full moon. So this could be getting in the flow with nature, getting in the flow with energetic spirit, connecting to your ancestors, bringing yourself into alignment. I did this last night myself. I called in all of my ancestors. I called in my twins' ancestors. I called on all the archangels, and I chanted. And I called in, and I was loud. And so this is what goes on. You bang the drum, you call, you dance, and you're connecting with the spirit of your ancestors. I had everybody show up, literally showed up. I got my answers, everybody showed up. And this is a celebration, and this is an honorable thing to do. This is when visions come to you. This is when healing comes about. This is when you're giving thanks. It definitely lifts your vibration when you bang the drum and when people are dancing and moving. Anytime that you're moving in harmony with spirit, you're lifting your vibration. When you're dancing, you're moving your and stimulating your sacral chakra and your solar plexus, and so that's creativity is being ignited. So you're balancing and igniting your chakras. So this is very, very positive. Very powerful. And when somebody is not, as I said, I mean, these ones are working, she's in the rhythm. This one's lost their head, this one's not in rhythm. So to me, these people aren't working together. I don't see community here. What I'm looking at in this picture, this is disrupted. There's only one happy with what she's doing, and she's the one that's in charge of the drum for some reason. This one doesn't want anything to do with it and almost feels forced to be here. This one has definitely lost their mind, right? They're out of their mind. They may be mad, they may be angry, aggressive. The figurehead is not seen. So there's somebody here that is not being seen. This person is the front man. This person doesn't want anything to do with it. So when these people, if you're looking at, because I keep seeing this cloaked figure in the front, why are we not seeing this one in the front? Why are we not seeing the one who's controlling it all? This one looks like a sacrificial lamb now to me. Burned at the stake, off with their head, open, exposed, vulnerable, naked. This one's, so to me, I'm being shown that there's secrets that are going to be exposed. This one's secrets are going to be exposed. And there is somebody here that's in the shadows. But Spirit's going to uncover that. This is a low vibrational frequency. And when people are vibrating on a low energy frequency, you don't want anything to do with them. You don't want anything to do with them. But do recognize that Spirit is going to bring to light what needs to be brought to light. This is about maybe, since you can connect, let's take it down to a positive. Let's switch it around now again. There's somebody that had difficulty, was pulled into something that was dark. We are calling on our ancestors. I'm looking over here. I'm acting like the watchman. I'm covering their back. I'm over here. I'm calling on Spirit. I'm in the middle here. I'm holding it together. Somebody's holding it together. You can do a sacred ritual. You can call on your ancestors. Find and ask for healing to come about. Ask for a healing to come about. Ask your ones in spirit, your family in spirit, to come back and help you. Help you bring things back into rhythm. Help heal any discord that is there so that you can bring everything back into a state of celebration. So that you're moving in harmony with each other again. I'm just thinking my head hurts all of a sudden. I'm hearing stuff. I gotta kind of go with it. Bang a gong, bang a gong, bang a gong. My head hurts. Why does my head hurt right now? You can't hammer it into somebody that they don't agree with. You can't yell at somebody and get them to understand. You can't aggressively beat at a situation or a person and expect them to respond. It's all about the rhythm. It's all about being in the flow. Because you want peace. I knew that this situation was volatile. We're calling on our ancestors and our spiritual team to bring peace to ourselves. We may not be able to bring peace to this organization. They may like what they're doing with this hooded, cloaked figure. But it's tearing us up inside. We want peace. See, I have a headache and her hair's got knots all on her head. My head is full of knots. Everything's compartmentalized into little clumps on my head, and they're tight, and I need to release that. I need to release that. I need to let my hair down. I need to be true to who I am. I need to relax. I'm calling on Spirit for peace. When we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. So my head was hurting. So maybe the area that you're in is too loud. I need it to be quieter. My head hurts. I need quiet. I need peace. I need silence. As I said from the beginning, it's important. I need to recharge. I need to be in a place where I feel at peace. I don't want to talk right now. I just want peace. I don't want to fight with you. I just want peace. Everything got all tangled up in knots. I'm trying to figure out how to bring about peace to this situation. Well, choose a different path. Because the path that you're on right now is not working. If you want peace in your life, you need to choose a different path. You're not in the rhythm. You're not in the flow. Something's not flowing in your life. Something is causing you to have a headache. Something you need a break. Remember today, Spirit said for me, and my message was that whatever you do today, do it differently than you normally have done it. Do something different. Maybe you've been banging your head against the wall. That's why your head hurts. That's why it's in knots. I can't find the way out of this maze. Well, choose a different path. Stop doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. Choose a different path. Okay. the next set of cards, which is, who are we now? We're at water, I think. We're at the saw. I'm gonna bring these in here because I don't want to leave my ore outside. So, Stanley, I don't know if Stanley means anything to anybody, but this is an old hacksaw. This is hard work. So whatever you have to cut away, it may be hard for you to do so. But you have to cut away something, and you got to do it yourself. So don't expect somebody else to do this for you. You need to get your hands on it. You need to put your back into it. So if there's something that you need to alter, right? Maybe you're going to cut something out. This doesn't work. We're going to adjust something. And we're going to adjust something here because I'm building something, right? Are you willing to put your back into it? You need to put your back into it because this isn't an electric saw. This is a hand saw. This is the way, like I always speak about Jesus, and I say, you know, he was a carpenter. As I say that, swallow comes flying. He was a carpenter. He was a builder. He wasn't a weak man. He was a strong man. He had to put his back into it, right? This is handwork. This is not electric. Old school. Old school. So here we have water. Are you willing to put your back into it? Oh my God. Okay, this is really bizarre because this is the card that we got from this deck earlier today. The same card. So that message that you got in today's reading, go back and listen to it. That's your message. That was very vehement. It was very, very volatile. It was very, very powerful. A lot came out of that. And so go back to that message. This is a message for you. So what's going on is if you want liberation, you need to cut something free. You need to do it yourself, and you need to get your back into it, cut something out. You need to adjust something. You need to create it yourself. You need to go back to the old school way of doing it. The old school, God, old school. Whose sign is this? This is water. Oh, that's hysterical. That's a personal message to me. You need to go back to the old school, Mr. Water Sign, Miss Water Sign. I'm a Pisces too. I'm a Pisces moon. I need to go back to old school, old school, old school. You need to get your hands on it. You need to get your hands on it in order to find liberation, in order to fly high like the eagle, in order to connect again to your divine masculine, in order to get into that flow, that energetic flow. You need to get your hands on it. This is about getting up close and personal. You need to get your hands on it. You need to, it's going to be hard work. It's going to require work. It's not going to be automatic. It's not coming to you. It's not going to come to you. This is something that you have to do. This is something that you have to do. This is old school technique. This is old school ideas. This is old school, period. And you can be proud of yourself when you do this because you've done it yourself. Liberation. I'm looking at the eagle, and I know that the eagle is the sign of the United States. It's a sign of freedom. It's the first thing. I mean, the word is liberation. So if you're having difficulty, if you're feeling like you're not free to express yourself, ask Archangel Jophiel to help you. If you feel like you're not able to fly, if you feel like you're unable, like you need help with your wings, right? Getting anywhere, getting somewhere, being able to move forward, getting into the flow, catching the updraft. Okay, that's a message to me. You need to catch the updraft, and we need to pay attention to what's being said and catch that draft and allow it to lift you. Citrine is what you're needing at this time. I spoke about citrine in depth today, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. But if you want to have freedom, maybe you want freedom from oppression, because the United States is about liberation, right? That's why the United States of America was formed. However, the United States of America is not what? It's not standing for what it should have. There's things that are being done that should not be done. I am not a fan of the president. Everyone knows that. So it may be, in order to have liberation, you may have to step aside from what maybe you used to align with. I have seen, okay, now I know there are people that are actually fans of the president, And but for this is just because I'm not in any way whatsoever. I have already been shown him as the person who is oppressing my twin, as the person who is, and I don't know if it's a male or female. I just know that they, I think it is. I think it's a father, and I was shown that this person is very controlling. This person is very judgmental. This person has a flash temper. This person is arrogant. This person is promiscuous. This person has no respect for his wife. This person is, I don't like him at all. And they showed me this energy of this person, and I don't know who, if it doesn't have to be a father. It could be just a father figure, or somebody that you look at as a father figure, or is somebody else's father. Who knows who this person is? All I know is the energy around this is negative. So this eagle wants to fly high. He wants to get up above whatever's going on here, because he wants to be liberated. He wants to be out of jail. He wants freedom from oppression at this time. So you call upon Archangel Jophiel to help you. What's interesting about this is if this person is, well, you'll know who that sounds like to you in your life, right? Somebody who has been that way to you. So this is about forgiveness as well. This is about forgiving all of the things that I just said, everything that was done. Somebody who talked down to you, somebody who was arrogant, somebody who cheated, somebody who was a bully. Bully is the word that I got. Whoa, wow. My phone literally jumped out of my hand. So they knock things around. They may have hit you. They may have hit you. Wow. They knocked my communication out of my hand. They're the ones who interrupted. They're the ones who messed up communication. They did something. So you need to forgive that situation. And it's difficult to forgive when somebody is not sorry. Remember, that's the most difficult thing I ever had to do, was forgive somebody who was not sorry, who did not tell me that they were sorry. But you're not forgiving asshole for him. You're forgiving asshole for you, because they've done their damage. And you're refusing to allow them to continue to bestow that damage upon you. Let them take that shit and cover themselves with it and liberate yourself from that situation. Ask Archangel Jophiel to help you let go of any negative feelings from the past, any of the pain that's going to stop you from enjoying what Spirit wants you to enjoy, the beautiful, happy future that's in front of you. Because the sun is about happiness and growth and prosperity and moving forward. Forward movement, the divine masculine. Maybe this person emasculated you, humiliated you, right? You need to let all that crap go, because that's not your issue. That's their issue. That's not your shame, that's their shame. So you want to let go and release all of that so that you can move forward happily. You don't have to carry the reaction inside of you. You don't have to worry about that. Because when you hold on to that, it makes you sick. It makes you bitter inside. Cancer is literally bitterness and anger unexpressed. It eats you up from the inside. You hold on to that bitterness and the sadness and the anger, it will eat you up from the inside out. You have to let it go. You have to release it. Whatever. So ask Archangel Jophiel to help you release that energy within inside of you, so that you can finally be free of it. You don't want that toxic energy. You don't want to be sick this way. You don't want that burden. So there is a chant that Archangel Jophiel asks us to use. Now I want you to feel this from your heart. You're going to say it, but you're going to feel it from here. And you're going to chant 3 times, full circle completion. Ascended Masters are helping you, okay? Ha! Ha! Push it out from your heart. Ha! Say it like that. Do it one more time. Ha! 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 I'm free. I'm free. And with that, I pushed that energy out. I pushed that out. And there it goes. And it's going to go up to Spirit. And look, it's being transmuted to pure white light. Ooh, man, my heart chakra, I can feel my heart chakra. It's activated right now. I'm going to try not to cry because I'm feeling that energy right now. So right now, mindfulness. There's a lot on your mind right now. Interesting that this is the water signs cards, considering, look at all the shells that are up there. It's a tangled mess. It can be very beautiful. But so what I'm seeing is something that could have been very beautiful is a tangled mess. Okay, and it's causing pain, and it's heavy on your mind. Something's weighing on your mind. Something that should have been beautiful, that you want to be beautiful, is weighing heavily on your mind, and it's hurting you. So you don't want this crown of shells to be something that you're bearing like a cross. You want that to be adorning you, right? So right now she's wrapped in red, the colors of passion, but it could be anger. So be mindful of the way you speak to the world. Be mindful of the way the world speaks to you. There's blue also all around this card, which is the color of truth. Whoa, check it out. Passion. No mistakes ever. Passion. And look at that. There is passion here. Be mindful of how your passion is expressed. Don't be the reaction, be the action. You take action. Considering the card that you got first, and you want to be liberated, you want freedom, right? You don't have to fight with anyone. You don't have to fight. You don't have to be passionately fighting with people. You don't even have to discuss anything with them. You don't. You want out of there, you just walk. If you don't feel the need to converse or speak, and you just want to remove yourself from that, that is your right. But this is about you taking control of your mind. This is about you taking control of your mind. This is about you deciding what your passion is and what you choose to go after and how you choose to express your passion. That's your business, not the one who is keeping you feeling oppressed. You go after what is your passion. What is it that your mind's telling you? Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. Okay, so right now, maybe you're in a mental prison. Maybe nobody has hurt you. You're just tied up in knots. You don't know what to say. There's a lot on your mind. You don't know how to express the passion that you hold within your heart. And it's causing you want to speak. You want to freely be able to speak, but it's difficult for you to speak. So still, call Archangel Jophiel. Whoa, the wind. Lighten up. Lighten up. It doesn't have to be that heavy. How about that? Lighten up. It doesn't have to be that heavy. Go with the flow, right? Maybe you need to get outside and clear your mind. The cards blew over right then. Don't be a pushover. Don't be a pushover. Don't allow anybody to push you over. If there's something that you're passionate about, you stand your ground. You call on the power of the eagle to help you soar, because the eagle does not hide from a storm. They go into the storm and they take that energy and they rise above. So any shit that comes against you, any feelings that you have inside, this passion that's deep inside, that's burning like this inside of you, which is clearly wrapping around you here, allow that to propel you forward. Express your passion. Express yourself passionately. It's okay. It's good. Free yourself. Allow yourself to be free to express your passion, right? I like that. I like that. We're only at 33 minutes. Oh, because we got knocked off. Okay. So for our last message, which is the or, this is me. This is well, that was me too. Oh, I do express myself passionately. I'm getting another message too, that sometimes passion is mistaken for anger. Sometimes it is, because you may have a different way of being in life. Maybe you had a parent that was very aggressive, very, very fiery in nature. And so there may be somebody else in your life that has that same energy and you're concerned. Wow, everything's great now, but when they get mad at me, they're going to rip my head off, There's a difference between somebody being passionate for a cause and passionate in their speech to being mean and aggressive and angry. That's not okay. That's not okay. So tame your thoughts. Don't assume that it is what it was, that this person is the same as that person. I'm just getting that you need to get control of your thoughts. Passion is consuming you, and you need to allow yourself to express it freely. And no one's going to help you do it. You got to do it. Old school. Okay. So for the or, Write about your thoughts and feelings. Interesting, since we were just talking about that, getting out what you're feeling. So maybe you aren't good in person. Maybe you need to express yourself in the written form. This is actually asking you to express yourself. Write about your thoughts and feelings. Maybe you need to write down and the pros and cons list, right? Maybe you need to tap into your highest self. And so we ask Spirit, Archangel Michael, to help us tap into our highest self so that we can clearly express ourselves, right? So that we can get out what we actually need to get out, so that we can move through our emotional waters with ease. It's difficult for me. You know, communication is, and I just heard in my head, slow your roll. So maybe someone like me, I'm hearing a lot of things, so I'm going to go with all of them. Allow the other to take the lead. Maybe that's why the oar was out of the water. There's no need to row away. So if you are expressing your thoughts and feelings or writing about your thoughts and feelings, you are in your emotional waters. So take charge of your emotions. Take charge of your emotional waters and express yourself in a way that brings about healing and love. Because I'm looking at the rainbow. Do you see the rainbow here? Maybe it's just me. I mean, it's the yellow light, which is like a shield of protection, but then there's pink here and there's kind of like a greenish here. So to me, it's rainbow colors because it's darker. Rainbow always comes. It's a promise of good things to come after a storm. So whatever it is that you're saying, whatever you're writing, whatever you're expressing, what would love say, what would love do? Maybe, as I said before, you need to get something out, and it would be good to get it out on paper first. Maybe you need to put something down on paper first. Maybe you have ideas. Maybe you're planning a project, and you're kind of like, you got to, maybe you have, maybe you're going to give a speech, maybe you're going to do a class, you need to take notes. So write down what it is that you need. Also for me, I write down my dreams. It's very important to write down your dreams and keep a track of them so that you can refer back to them and see what it is that Spirit has shown you, and you can see how things come to fruition. I've got them. I have a dream journal. I lost mine, unfortunately. It was in my first Yahoo email account that was seized, and I lost my years of my dreams. But I've got them again because at night I write. I get sometimes 3-4 times a night I get dreams, so I always write them down, and I keep a journal of it, and I've got lots, and I can go back and I can cross-check things. Spirit will, because Spirit knows that I write my dreams down. I have that to refer back to, and they'll often continue a dream. So it's important to write your dreams down. Dreams are a very, very powerful tool that Spirit gives to us to communicate with us. Maybe you're conflicted. You're not quite sure which way to go. So you gotta. There's many layers to this situation, possibly. There's different. You have options. You've got different directions that you might go. It might be this. It might be that. I'm not really clear on it right now. So write down what you're thinking without your feeling, and when you do that, don't critique yourself. Don't say, oh, well, that wasn't very nice, because I did that this morning. I wrote down my dream, and I said something, and I know what I said in my dream. Look at me, I just scratched my head. Geez, I am sensitive. Look at that. I know what I said in my dream, and when I wrote it down, I critiqued myself, and I literally said, that wasn't nice. But it was a dream. There was a reason what was said, and in all reality, that may not have been me talking. So I can't censor that dream. So don't censor yourself. You have to see what it was. Because what I saw, what did I say? I was talking about a person, and I saw her, and I said, she's got nothing on me. I did say that. And then I heard in my head, that wasn't very nice, because that was me. The person who said it was probably not me, right? They got nothing on me, because I don't talk that way. I don't speak that way. So who was saying that was actually arrogant. This person thought that they were all that in a bag of chips. And I said, well, that wasn't very nice. Because, and I actually said, that's not even the truth. That person's probably really nice. And so it may be that, and it could have been that I did think that. No, because your higher self. I mean, it could have been that I was correcting my own self, right? Catching myself, thinking something, and then correcting myself. Could have been. But I do remember that I did say those words. And then I thought to myself, no, change it. So don't critique yourself. Write down the truth of how you feel. Because that's what dreams are for. Dreams help us heal aspects of ourselves. So maybe there is a part of me that looks at that and says, really? They ain't got nothing on me, right? They don't. So then that's a message to you. If that person doesn't have anything on you, are you jealous about something? Because jealousy isn't a problem that I have. That's why I think it might have been somebody else. But it also is maybe trying to tell me something else in a dream, right? Just because it was said doesn't mean that's necessarily something that I would have said. But maybe that is something that I would have thought, right? Wow, they don't have anything on me. So that's one message is, so stop comparing yourself. Don't feel bad about yourself. They're not better than you. So maybe that's what I was doing. I was judging myself, right? She's got nothing on me. So maybe my higher self is trying to tell me that. Or, trying to think of all the different things. She's got nothing on me. So it was in regards to a situation where somebody was chosen for a specific thing. And that person was there and I was not, whoever I represented in my dream. And it's weird because the people I saw, it couldn't have been me. But even if it was, the message is then that's not where you're supposed to be, right? Because what have I said before in readings? Don't be jealous, don't be hating, right? If you weren't chosen for that job wasn't for you. If you weren't chosen by that person wasn't for you. Because there's something that's better for you. It's not in your highest good, and it's not in their highest good. And I did say, that's not very nice. She's probably this, that, or the other. And I saw things about this person that I liked. So maybe it's about focusing on the positive instead of the negative, right? There's all kinds of stuff that comes up. But when you do go to write things down, don't critique yourself. Allow those things to come out because they're showing you something, right? I needed to look at that in all those different ways. And I have to ask Spirit. I got to go back in my dream and actually look at the whole dream and look at that scenario again, because I remember thinking to myself, that's not very nice. So I felt almost like I was speaking, but there was somebody else in my head. Have you ever had that? Like, I opened my mouth and my mother came out. Have you ever done that? I have. I've caught myself doing something or saying something and thinking, oh my God, that was my mom. It's the one thing I didn't want to do. It's the one thing I didn't want to do. So it could have been something like that. So it came up to be looked at. It came up to be healed. So don't critique yourself. Allow your feelings to come out and express yourself without censoring yourself. And that way, when you see what you're writing down, and you see the truth of the matter, then you know what needs to be worked on. Then you know which direction you want to go in, or why that wouldn't be good for you. Or maybe you can alter the situation so that isn't the case, and that can be somewhere you can go, right? So it could be that Spirit's asking for you. Maybe you have creative abilities. I'm supposed to write a book. I am, and I. It's not going to happen, I know, for a long time, because this whole my twin flame journey is just a nightmare. And until I know what the result is going to be, I don't write the book. But you may have a book inside of you that's begging to be written. My friend Erica, she writes. She's a writer. So maybe you have creative writing skills. It might be that Spirit's saying that your next gift is going to be automatic writing. When you just take the paper and pencil and you just allow yourself to start writing, and you don't censor yourself, you just allow, and Spirit comes through you that way. I think that's cool. I've tried that a few times and I wasn't really good at it, but I could do it, I think about that a lot. I would probably do it, and you could probably do it if you're not somebody that's really great with words. You could do it with art as well, right? Just start scribbling. My dad used to do that. My dad is brilliant, and he's very, very creative. He's a self-made man. And what he would do, my mom and him would go to the mall, right? My mom's a total shopaholic. Anywhere they went, any holiday, she'd always be shopping and looking at things. And my dad was such an impatient man. He would sit on the bench because, see, here's the deal. My dad works a lot, right? Now, you could be somebody who works all the time. They were able to make this work, where he could do what he needed to do while being with her physically, letting her do her thing while he did his thing. So if you're somebody who requires alone time, my dad did. He would take this pen and paper, this paper and pencil, and he would sit on the bench. He'd find a nice place outside, or even sometimes it was just in the mall, wherever, you know. And he would sit there and he would call it figuring. And he would just sit with a pen and paper and he would just allow, you know, his mind to go, and he would just figure things out. And he was working while being there. My mom would come out of the store and she'd say, hey, what about this? Do you like this outfit? Or do you like that? Or, you know, well, and he would say, oh yeah, hon, that's cute. Or, you know, touch base every couple of minutes or whatever. You know, it wasn't every couple of minutes. My mom was in the mall forever. But he was able to do what he needed to do and have his own space, and she didn't feel like she was abandoned. She didn't feel like she was alone all the time, because my dad loves his work. He worked 24/7 if he could. You know, he loves it. It was like air to him. You know, and he would say, I don't stand on my feet all day long, you know, just for the hell of it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because you love what you do. You are addicted to your work. You are obsessed with your work. It's very clear. The man will never retire. He loves what he does. So he needed to find some kind of a way where he could make sure that his wife felt like she was important too. So this could be a message for you guys or women who love their work, right? You can be in the physical presence of somebody and they can do their thing and you can do your thing. And it's just the energy. Just, you know, I don't need you to hold my hand. I don't need you to be talking to me 24/7, and I don't need to be talking to you 24/7. I just want your energy around me. I miss your energy, right? You do your thing, I'll do my thing. I like my quiet time, thank you, right? So think about things like that. You could be just figuring things out. It could be that you are going to, maybe you have written something and you have been holding it back, and maybe you need to turn it in. My Auntie Elaine, she writes these little stories. They're called storals, stories with a moral. They're super cute. And her husband had no respect for it. He made fun of her. He didn't, you know, nobody in the family ever really paid much attention to her. I love her work. I love her poems. I love her work. And she's published. Now she's published. She's got an author. She's an author. She's a published author. She's got an illustrator. I mean, so something that nobody else in the family respected. It's her passion. She turned it into her little passion, and it's not even little anymore. It's amazing. And I told her, you know, I'm kind of bummed because nobody wanted her paintings, nobody wanted her poems, nobody wanted her books in the family, except for me. And now she's published, and now she's out there, and, you know, I said, I would love, I mean, at one time I was the one that was probably going to be able to get her stuff, but now she's like become quasi-famous. So you may have that inside of you, and you need to get out there and publish something, or maybe you just are getting a little push to move forward to do that. What else? I need a drink of water. So here's the message you can ask. Thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom, so I clearly express myself and I glean insight, blessing, and healing. 3 ducks just got out of the water. Okay, hold on. So there's a male in the front, 2 males. Oh, look at that little one. Okay, that one male chased the other male away. Okay, I'm sure you guys saw that. They all 3 got out of their emotional waters. That one's the interloper. This is the female he's protecting. He chased that one away. So you may need to explain something. You may need to set boundaries. You may need to do this in a letter or an email. Or you may have found out about something like that, because right now that's what I just watched, right? And he's been sent away. There was no need for screaming and yelling, but he made it clear, stay away from my girl. Now he's going in the water. Let me see what's going to happen with him. She's going in too, but she's over there. He's gone over there. So he's watching. He's being like a watchman. And he says, okay, let's go. So she's going. So they're leaving the scene. Whatever was going on there, one of the males was in the way and one had to go. So that's good enough for that, I think. You are the gift. Or there's a gift coming to you. And look at this message. We've gotten this one before. Fear of commitment. Who is this? Aries? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Right? This is the last time. There's a fear of commitment. What are you afraid to commit to? I ask myself this question a lot because I'm not afraid of, I'm not somebody who has, I don't have fear-based thoughts. But when you watch today's reading, the one that I did earlier today, there was fear that came up. There was confusion, not fear, confusion. I wasn't fearful, I was angry, but it caused me to have a fear of commitment to something that I was committed to. So it could be that I am dealing with somebody who has a fear of commitment. Shocking. Like I didn't know that. But at the same time we have, okay, so you want to express yourself. Maybe somebody is not expressing themselves because they're afraid of commitment. There's a gift here, however. She looks like, well, she looks like a goddess, but she looks like, she looks very serene, she looks very peaceful. She looks like a bride or a flower girl with the flowers in her hair. Oh, I keep getting this message. Do you like flower headband? Yes, I like a flower headband. I like flower headband. I think that's really cool. That's like a hippie headband, right? I'd rather wear flowers in my hair like that if I were to get married than a veil, you know? Or like a tiara. Some people wear tiaras. You know, the diamond tiaras, those are cute too, but flowers in your hair are pretty. And I heard that in my dream the other night. Do you like flowers in your hair? A flower headband. So there's a gift. Grace is a gift from God. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. So here, if there is a fear of commitment on the behalf of somebody else, you don't need to work to earn it. You are worthy and you deserve to be loved, respected, desired. We all deserve that. It's our birthright. Surrender. I'm hearing surrender. You don't have to work hard to earn it. Surrender. Oh, there it is, our surrender. Surrender our needs to receive it. So we don't have to surrender our needs to receive it. What do we have to surrender? If we don't surrender our needs and we don't have to work to receive it, we could surrender the worry. You could surrender the fear. Surrender your fear of commitment to whatever it is. First of all, ask yourself, why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? And realize that you don't have to. This is a message to me that I think about this as far as relationship goes. I talk about this a lot. And I'm looking right up in the sky. Do you see the cross? It's like X marks the spot, but it's not really. It's more like, to me, it looks more like the Ace of Swords. And it's like, and actually there's an arrow. More so, there's an arrow being shot that way, and this is the bow, right? So you pull back your arrow, you focus, you pull back your arrow, and then you allow it to fly, and you allow spirit to guide it. So as far as relationships go, a lot of people feel that they have to work to receive love, that they have to earn it, that they have to give, buy. A lot of people are bought. You can't buy me. You can never buy me. You could never afford me. Because I can't be bought. And that spirit is saying, we don't need to work hard to earn it. We should feel worthy enough that we deserve it. We don't have to surrender what it is that we want in order to get it, because it's our birthright. Love is a gift. It's not something that is taken, it's given. It's given. So there could have been a fear of commitment from somebody because they were forced to give. There's that song, this is not something, it's not taken, it's something that's given. So allow it to be given. And make sure people know that you can't be bought. That's a shallow gift anyway, and that's a shallow person if you can be bought, right? That's not cool. I don't know what else to say about fear of commitment except for the fact that somebody's got a fear of commitment and you need to ask Spirit what it is. So at 55 minutes, we are at an hour, and I'm going to ask for a message for, hold on. I'm actually not feeling very well right now. My stomach is nauseous, which is unusual for me. There's no reason for me to feel that way. So I'm wondering why. I don't know if it's nervousness that I'm picking up on somebody. Fear of commitment makes me nervous, makes me sick to my stomach. It doesn't mean somebody doesn't want that. It just means that they have a fear of that because maybe of what they've experienced in their life. So maybe you need to write down, you know, all the reasons, pros and cons. And if you have a fear of committing to something, maybe it's not right for you. And if somebody is fearful of committing to you, you don't want them anyway. I don't want somebody who's afraid to commit to me. I don't. And if I'm afraid to commit to a job, I need to examine that. If I'm afraid to commit to a course of action of any sort, I need to examine why. It's a red flag. Pay attention to red flags. Don't ignore it. Okay, a final message for all of us. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Shyness is a factor. It's probably why I feel sick to my stomach. So shyness is a factor. I mean, this is for everybody. This is not just one sign. So shyness is a factor. Somebody in your life, that's an issue. Shyness is a factor. And my stomach is nauseous. I feel literally nauseous. So think about that. This feels awful. It doesn't feel good. I feel sick. And there's no reason I should feel sick. So that's another reason. Another message. There is no reason for you to feel this way. There is no reason for you to feel this way. Shyness, to the point where you make yourself sick, you need to ask Spirit to help you with that. And understand that if you actually were to communicate that, that would change things. And a lot of times, there's a fear of commitment, and then there's shyness that comes on the heels of that. But this is also for everybody else. So I'm shy to commit to this because the last time I did this happened. Okay, Spirit just threw a message out to us. So if you were to communicate that, even in a letter or even in a text, it would be understandable. At least people would know what they were working with, right? Because you're supposed to be using. Why did I get this? I'm not shy, and I don't have. So somebody in my life is. You're asking for help to navigate through your emotional waters. This is the or. So shyness is a factor, and you need help. And ask Spirit to help you with your words. If can I do this in a letter? Can I do this in a text message? But the point is, don't have somebody else do it. Do it yourself. I swear something went flying by. Yeah, it did. Choose a different path. Oh, that's just the one we already had. So just flew off the counter. Oh, my stomach is in a knot. My stomach is in a knot. Somebody's so nervous. That's so sad. Oh, I'm sorry. That's it. We're done. My head hurts now and my stomach is in a knot. So I've got to take care of myself. So maybe you need to take care of yourself. Get yourself some water. Calm yourself down. Get yourself something to eat. Maybe you have to have a nap. Usually when I get a headache, it's because I'm dehydrated. Or it's noisy. So, you didn't have enough sleep. Could be that too, right? Maybe you're feeling nervous and, make sure that you're rested. Make sure that you've eaten something. Make sure that you are not around energy that's frenetic when you do want to express yourself, because all of these things work in your favor. And then go in with an intention. My intention is that I'm understood. My intention is that this has an amicable resolution. My intention is that even if the answer is no, I'm not going to let my world fall apart, right? Or maybe I'm shy, and I'm shyness. I love shy guys. I love shy though. That's my favorite. I've always said that. Isn't that interesting? So for somebody, shyness is a factor for them, so that's something that's hard for them. Well, for me, I love that. I find it adorable. And I can see when somebody's shy. And so my energy levels will come down a notch or 10, you know? And you're like, oh. Sometimes people come across arrogant, cocky. They brag, but in actuality, they're insecure. But there's a difference between shyness. Maybe they were made fun of when they were younger for being shy, and they're clearly around the wrong people, right? Because don't you find it adorable when somebody's shy? It's like, oh, somebody's shy. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to scare them. So walk gently with your wild nature. Walk gently on your path. There's somebody in your presence who's shy. You know, maybe you scare them. I hate that. I don't want to scare anybody, except for the asshole who hurt the person that is shy. Them I want to be scared. Be very scared. I may be little, but I pack a punch. I got a big, big, big higher self. Okay. Also, use a sense of humor, right? Sense of humor will lighten things up and it won't make things so hysterical. Learn to laugh at yourself a little bit. And if you're going to write to somebody, come across, maybe use something funny, right? I'm running out of things to say, so I think we're done. I just saw the chargers, so charge at it. Go for it. That's it, you guys. We'll take a peek out here and see if Spirit has anything that they want to show us. Hi. That's a black phoebe. It's a flycatcher. Flies are always, when we speak about black phoebe, that's a distraction. So Spirit is saying, don't get caught up in distractions, right? And don't be allowing yourself to be distracted and getting caught up in other stuff because you're too shy and you don't want to face something. There's two boys walking together here, or floating in the emotional waters together. They came in for a landing when that other trio, went over there. These two came in for a landing. So this is the gay couple that I watch in my dream. These two guys, they get along great. And then there was a trio, right? The third party situation where one had to go fast. And the boy took the lead in that. What else? What am I looking at? You need to come out of your emotional waters, right? Take care of yourself. All right, you guys, I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. I'll speak again soon, and I'm sorry that this has been broken up into two pieces, but that RoboCop is super annoying. I love you guys. We'll speak again soon. Bye.